What's up? My name is Zach, and today I want to make a video on how to improve your 5K time and how to run better in cross country. I've been running for 6 years, been a state champion in cross country. I'm running in college because of my cross country times. So I think I have a little bit of experience, and I'd like to share some of those things that I've learned over the past 6 years with you and some of the things I wish I had learned when I started running. So let's get right into that. So there's two things you need to do to get better at cross country. And the first of those is to really focus on your summer training. I can't emphasize this enough. There's nothing that can supplement amazing, strong summer training, and it's as simple as that. If you are late in the season right now, you can make small changes to your racing strategy, which I'll talk about in the second half of this video, but those changes are only marginal. The biggest gains you're gonna see are from summer training. Okay, so the reason I'm making such an emphasis on summer training is because summer is a time where you can relax, you can recover, you can do everything that you should be doing during the school year, but you just don't have enough time to. So what I'm saying is you need to train more. And the reason for this is because when you want to get a lot better in cross country, which is a distance race, you need to improve your aerobic system. So your aerobic system is the oxygen utilizing system compared to the anaerobic system, which doesn't utilize oxygen. And your aerobic system is made better and improved by running more. When you run more, it allows your body to process oxygen more efficiently. And so when your body can process the oxygen more efficiently, you can then run faster for a longer period of time. And that's what we're all looking to do in 5Ks in cross country. Most of your runs should be in an aerobic mode, so something that feels easy to you, but something that you're getting benefit out of. And you can feel that out for yourself. It's dependent on each person, but summer to summer, all you need to be doing is running more. So if you run 50 miles a week one summer, and you're running 60 miles a week average the next summer, then you're gonna be getting better because your body is adapting to using energy more efficiently. And so this is the basis of all summer training. Along with running more, you really need to be focused on recovering and eating right, because if you're running a lot more, then your body is being taxed more, you're burning more calories, and you have to refuel. So what's really important is to eat a healthy diet. You probably know what a healthy diet is. So do whatever you think is healthy. Try to avoid those junk foods, try to avoid those processed foods, and really stick to something that you believe is truly healthy, because we all know what's healthy, but sometimes it's hard to really follow those healthy diets. So if you're getting a lot of sore spots, if you're getting anything that's really bothering you, you can always find a roller, find some stretches that will really target those areas, and you want to make sure that area is loosened up and the muscle is ready for the next day, because you don't want to be running on injuries, because then that's just going to knock you out and then you won't even be able to race. So if you want to get a faster time, you have to be able to race. So make sure you focus on avoiding injuries along with eating well and making sure you roll yourself out and stretch well. Another really important thing is to get a lot of sleep, because if you're only getting 6 hours of sleep, your body is not properly recovering and you're not getting ample recovery to be able to run the next day. So your muscles are just breaking down and not being able to repair. And one day when I was working, I learned more about sleeping more, because I definitely have neglected sleep at times. But this professional cyclist, Eddie Anderson, came into the store, and I had gone on a couple rides with him, but I'd never really talked to him too much. And he was telling me how it's so important to get sleep, and how in college, because he's a professional cyclist that goes to college at the University of Virginia, and he was saying how it's so hard to get enough sleep. But if he could recommend anything to me, he said, get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So focus on that. Focus on getting enough sleep. Focus on eating right. And really focus on the small things, because that's what makes the biggest difference. So a couple small tips I want to give to everyone working on their summer training is to try to not break up your runs. A lot of people try to do double runs to add more mileage, but it's much more beneficial to run longer single runs than it is to break it up and run 2 shorter runs in the same day. I learned this from Tim Wetmore in his book Running with the Buffaloes, and he was just saying how you get so much more benefit out of just having one run. Another small tip that I'd give you is to run with people that you really enjoy being with, because for me, I've seen a lot of my enjoyment for the sport and my love for the sport coming from running with people that really inspire me and make me happy, and people that I enjoy talking to each and every day. Finding that group is really important, and they don't have to be people on your team. They can just be people in the local area, because I've loved running with a bunch of people on my team, but this summer I found so many great people that go to different schools, but they're so awesome, and it's made my summer training so enjoyable, and I can't recommend it more. Loving the sport is the most important part about getting better. So read up on the sport, stay in community groups, and really do what you can to be a part of the community. So now on to racing strategy and tips, because this is an important part of the video, but be sure to remember that summer training is 90% of the equation, and your racing and pre-race is only really 10% or even less. So just keep that in mind, because you really need to focus your energy on summer training. So for racing, I have a couple big tips. The first is to eat something super healthy that makes you feel great the night before. A lot of people say to carb load and eat a bunch of pasta, but if you're running only a 5K, I mean, you don't really need all those carbs in your body, and you don't need to be stuffed to the brim, because for a marathon, sure, you need a lot of energy. You're going to be running for over 2 hours, but for a 5K, it's really a short effort. And even though it may seem long for you, it really is a short effort in the grand scheme of things. So your body doesn't need that much energy. You don't need to be stuffing yourself. You want to come into the race feeling light on your feet. So eat whatever makes you feel great. And for me, that's been eating a nice little salad from Whole Foods with some form of protein, maybe tofu, maybe peanut butter. But things are different for everyone. Then on race day, I like to visualize my race, so whether it be on the bus or maybe even sometimes the night before, if I know the course, it really helps me to visualize what I'm going to be doing in that race and knowing who's in it, because then you can kind of size up everyone and think about what should I do in the race. So before the race, a lot of people I know take energy gels and different kind of pick-me-up caffeine type things, and those are really good. I've had a lot of experience with those, and I've really enjoyed them. Really, I'd recommend trying to get a pair of lighter shoes or spikes to race in, because that would greatly improve your time. If you're cutting the weight of your shoes in half, you're really going to feel it later in the race. So try to get some spikes. You don't have to have them, but it's something that'll definitely help improve your time if you're looking to get as fast as you can. For race strategy, it's kind of dependent for each runner, because it depends where you are in the race, if you're in the middle of the race, if you're leading the race, if you're in the back of the race. But generally, I like to say to go out with people that are faster than you, and don't go with people that are insanely faster than you. Just people that are slightly faster than you. Like if you run an 18-minute 5K and you're looking to run 17:30, then run with the people that are looking to run 17:30. You want to stay with those same people through the second mile. And then my biggest tip is I like to always think I have to catch 3 people in the last mile. No matter what it is, I like to think that I have to do this. You know, this is a requirement for every race. I like to be able to say, I passed 3 people in the final mile. I worked my way up. I tried as hard as I could to finish strong. And for many people, catching 3 people will not be incredibly hard, but it keeps you in the race, and it makes sure you're being mentally tough at the end of a race. And if you get that momentum, if you start passing people, it's going to feel good, and it'll usually fuel you to catch even more people, which is always a great feeling and will help your team out greatly. So I hope these tips helped. If they did, drop a like down below, subscribe to this channel, and live happy, be healthy.